G'day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. So in this video we are going to go through a unit review for the Agility Vegeta Dokkan Budoten unit. So this Vegeta, he's pretty good. Obviously his leader skills nothing to be too impressed by, but his super attack effect of stacking attack and defense for 4 turns is pretty good. Alongside his starter turn defense, which is really solid and reliable, and then obviously he gains extra attack against super class enemies. So overall he's actually pretty solid in terms of performance. I think in terms of links, he's got some pretty decent links. Obviously links relatively well with Saiyan characters, so it's pretty good to just kind of obviously go along with him. He's mainly good for Saiyan teams, but he has quite a few categories, so obviously you can mix and match him as best you please. He does have a really good running mate for all these categories. He's got the physical Skada Vegeta as well. Over 9,000 is going to be his hardest link to get, but it's going to be a great attack boost for this Vegeta, being 10%. And I think the way his skill set works is probably going to make this Vegeta maybe slightly more impressive than the Goku. The problem with his skill set, at least for the Goku, is the fact that he can struggle with needing to be in that second slot. And the fact that for some reason in most of the content that I've run with them, the hard content like SBRs and things like that, a lot of the time you are actually fighting extreme class enemies. Obviously that notion of fighting the enemies is a big thing, the bosses and the villains and everything. So yeah, it seems like it's a lot easier to get the full-blown Vegetas kind of passive activated. And I think also the running mate for Vegeta, the Skada Vegeta, fits his passive a lot better, because this Vegeta specializes in being in second slot. So they share a lot of links, and also they are slot applicable, meaning this Vegeta gets to go first slot and this other Vegeta gets to go second slot. Goku doesn't really have a first slot partner. Neither of the Kaioken Gokus that are super impressive have that first slot defense. So yeah, pretty much not an ideal situation. But we'll take a look at Vegeta here. 99k defense, pretty good. No support on rotation, under the Vegeta family skill, leader skill, so high stats, high stat leader skill, but pretty impressive so far. Some really solid defensive stats there. We'll move him just in the second slot, just so you can maybe get a super, but obviously we're not able to here. But that's okay. Taking a look at his defense is pretty good. Obviously link leveling him will help his defense go up a little bit, because he does have some defense on his prepared for battle, shattering the limit, that you can gain from leveling it up, which would be really helpful, especially since he has such a decent starting defense. Like any unit that's sitting at 100, 110k starting defense that can stack, generally is quite reliable. So yeah, Vegeta so far already looks pretty good. Obviously he's at first slot card, so that defense is always going to be an impressive number to look at, whereas Goku's didn't look impressive before the super, but obviously Goku gains his on super. So a lot of the times the number can look unappealing, but in reality the card is still performing very well. It's just you unfortunately never get to see the high stat, visibly. But yeah, obviously we didn't get to see an attack stat that first turn, but that's okay. We'll take a look at how Vegeta performs, hopefully in the second turn. So yeah, overall, one obvious benefit for both of them is that they do gain their secondary attack stat buff on their super. So if you have any support with them, they are obviously going to be quite impressive. So as you can see, great linking partners, these two. The physical one's going to get his EZA as well in future. So they're actually going to make quite a mean pairing, these two. I think especially if you link level them up, they're actually going to be super solid. They share literally every link except for, Saiyan lineage. And you could easily activate that with another unit. You obviously wouldn't want to, because you do want Vegeta in that second slot. But yeah, great pairing. Vegeta tanking very well. 2.2 million very good. No support as well, so again, just super solid. And then we'll see how much damage it takes here. Nothing. So you can just see that difference there. Obviously this Vegeta also getting that help from that great linking partner. Having that first slot tank as well for him is a big deal. So yeah, great pairing. Once you link level them, they're going to be doing some mean damage, and they're going to have some very solid defense. The only thing that rotation's actually going to be lacking is some utility. Super solid. But yeah, so I mean, we'll quickly switch. We'll get through this turn. We do have some support on the next turn. So we are going to be able to obviously check out the best stat probably that we'll see from Vegeta in this video, which will be good. It's good to see, like, super duper solid. I'm really impressed with Vegeta so far. I was very impressed with Goku. I think Goku's attack stats, some of them looked a bit underwhelming, but they both look underwhelming when you just don't get that full boost from their passive. Like, it's really unfortunate, but beyond that, great. I mean, 174k defense with support, that's impressive. He's going to stack again on his super attack, so this Vegeta can get up to 200k defense reliably. And he's a first slot tank, so he's just going to absorb all that damage, really allow this other Vegeta to just go to town, and it's going to be super impressive. So yeah, like, very impressed. And 2.8 million, really good. There's link leveling that also, I mean, you could get this guy to link level 10. He'll probably be sitting at 200k defense, well, not quite, but he'll be sitting at very, like, even higher defense, probably at, in the 180s, 190s. His attack stat will definitely be over 3 million. I mean, yeah, very impressive. Very impressive for a free-to-play card. Very impressive. And yeah, okay, it takes him a couple, he does have to stack, but I mean, you saw his starting defense was 90k. Link level him, have him paired with this Vegeta, and all of a sudden you have 100 and something k first turn without support. That's impressive. That's really solid. So yeah, really good numbers. Really impressed so far. And yeah, definitely against super type enemies, this Vegeta is going to be one hell of a beast, that's for sure. Yeah, but I mean, so you guys are also about to see what happens when Paikuhan does not get killed before his super attack. He's going to literally obliterate us alongside Gogeta, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, I mean, we've seen all we need to see from Vegeta. So yeah, I think we'll just cut along to the next event, and we'll see how we go from there. Yeah, but yeah, very impressed so far with Vegeta, really good. We'll switch over now to the Pure Saiyans team, and what we'll do is we'll do this Martian Vegeta event. So he fights a super enemy for the first couple turns, and then hopefully we can get the difference in his attack stat when he's fighting the extreme Martian Vegeta later on. That'll be really good and really impressive for him. So yeah, we've obviously got the support here, which is really good. We can see there he's got very solid defense, 120k, and we'll actually just link him with the support for now. A very solid linking partner for him as well. Yeah, 120k or so. So yeah, pretty good starting defense. Obviously it's a big support, it's 40% support. But 120k is a lot of defense to solve with, even with the support. It's really solid for a free-to-play card. He's going to stack on that super solid attack stat as well. I mean, yeah, it's really good. He's only really missing over 9,000. There's like a main attack link as well. But yeah, like next turn he's going to pump out even more numbers. So yeah, this Vegeta's just, yeah, he's good. Obviously the Goku's as good. From a statistical point of view, the Goku should pump out similar numbers. I don't think Goku got to show it as much in his video, but they're both very solid cards, especially defensively. They might struggle at times offensively, because if you don't get the typing, they're going to literally almost halve their damage, like if not over half their damage, because the typing adds, because it's also on super, the extra damage, it gets multiplied by supports quite extensively.
So not having that typing advantage is really going to affect their damage, but their defense will always be solid. And for me, that's a very good sign of the card. 180k. Okay, double supports, but I mean, like, really, just really. So probably, okay, this might be the highest attack stat we'll see from Vegeta, or at least close to it. Yeah, I mean, you can still link level these guys. I mean, him and the Goku, you can link level both of them to link level 10. They just really, really good free-to-play cards. They're super solid. Yeah, 2.8 mil. Yeah, they're just very impressive. And if he double Super Z, he's definitely hitting over 3 mil. Yeah, just great. Really, really solid performance. I think Vegeta's got to show in the numbers, but I mean, both of them are just great cards. Yeah, I think really that's, I mean, I would stop the video here. That's just, we've seen everything we need to see. I do want to show the drop off in attack damage when fighting an extreme enemy, because I think that's important. So we'll show that now, and then we should be all good to go. Yeah, I mean, barring the drop off against extreme type of enemies, which you know will happen, and that's fine. I think, you know, every card does need to have a gimmick or weakness or whatever. But with the link leveling, you know, you should be able to get them to some solid, and the stacking, they should be able to get to, you know, maybe 1.6, 1.7 million roughly against their inferior typings, I want to say, which, you know, for the most part is actually not that bad a stat. Like, hitting 2 mil but having such solid defense is really, you know, reliable. So here we go, we've got the linking all sorted out. We've got 100, just a lot of defense. I don't want to use the item because I want to see how he tanks. So we've got 167 defense. He will super, which will obviously increase his defense further. I was going to put him in the second slot, but, you know, we're getting 1% attack and defense. It's not really necessary to do it. If we're max, you know, link levels and he was gaining like 5% or something, I'd do it. But yeah, we're just gonna let Vegeta go off here. We're just gonna see how he does, how he tanks, you know, these attacks. So there you go, 1.6. Immediately the damage is down. You know, very, very massively down. But we'll see him tank the super from a type disadvantage as well. 46. And this Vegeta hits decently hard for a Dokkan event, so it's just very good. Very, very, very solid. That was very impressive. 1.6 also is not bad. Like I said, you link level him, you get him to max link levels. He's probably going to be hitting 1.8, 1.9 there. Yeah, he's got support and rotation, but, you know, he had 200k defense roughly, or close to 200k defense. He's hitting 1.8 mil. I mean, with link level 10s, he's hitting that. Yeah, just solid, just super solid. And this is on a pure Saiyans team, so it's a 150% across the board lead. We're seeing, you know, high numbers in the Vegeta's family as well. This Skylar Vegeta is also a great partner for him, and it's on every category he's on: planetary destruction, inhuman deeds. So he's really just got a great package, great linking partner on every category, decent categories. Yeah, honestly, very impressed. Very, very impressed. Yeah, more than happy with how this Vegeta's done. Him and Goku, very solid units. I think they'll do great in the Pure Saiyans SPR. I think they'll do well in, you know, anything really. I think the typing SPRs especially, because they'll get their damage bonus, and you can link them up with some decent linking partners. And yeah, really quite happy. I think they'll be good in the Vegeta and Goku's family SPRs as well. Maybe not as main units, but definitely as floating options. So yeah, that's really it from me. We'll just kind of take a look here at Vegeta's linking partners and see what's important. Obviously, Prepared for Battle is a very important link. Prodigies is probably his second most important link, because over 9,000 is quite difficult to get. Like, it's, yeah, you can get it, but it's really only one unit that you're going to want to link Vegeta with that has over 9,000. But prepared for battle, prodigies, those are quite common links, especially amongst Vegeta units. And that's big attack bonuses and obviously enough ki for him. So we'll just kind of pull those 2 links up. You can see there's quite a few options, especially the Vegeta cards obviously. But if you get these 2 links done, you'll be sitting in a pretty solid position. I think that's the main linking that you're going to want to get. Prodigies, prepared for battle, and then you should be pretty happy with what you got there. He's got quite a few other links as well. He's got Saiyan lineage, but that really cuts the list down. But still, Wrathful Broly is really good. That can be an extreme agility pairing. He's got that Superheroes Vegeta, the Black Masked Saiyan. Also a really solid linking partner as well. They share quite a few links. They share 4 links there. Obviously, you only really want to run Heroes units if you can run other Heroes units. But, I mean, Vegeta is a very solid pairing partner for him. Great first slot rotation unit. So, yeah. Currently, right now, pretty impressed. Royal Lineage, also a common link amongst Vegeta family units. So, there you go. Really solid link as well to have. And he's got quite... So, you can see already, he's just got good linking partners. A lot of good Vegetas that would love a first slot tank. A lot of good support Vegetas. Pretty much anyone in the Vegeta's family. So yeah, looking really solid at the moment. So I think, yeah, over 9,000 is obviously the hardest thing to get. Mars Saiyan wouldn't be a bad pairing partner for him. They both obviously share prepared for battle, Saiyan lineage, over 9,000. So yeah, even Mars Saiyan, solid linking partner for him, and Mars Saiyan is another unit that benefits from being in that second slot. So Vegeta having that starter turn defense and the way it's kind of working, the way he's getting some decent defense right off the bat, is really honestly a great option, because there's a lot of these cards that he links well with that really want that first slot tank, that really want to sit in that second slot and get their supers off, or lower attack, or do some damage, or eliminate a unit. So yeah, really impressed with Vegeta. I don't really need to look at anything else. I'm quite happy with how he performs. I think he fits on a lot of his categories, and yeah, but that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, cheers, stay safe, and bye.